you seen this massive portable battery made by Handy Zheng of Hong Kong? This guy created a colossal 27 million milliamp per hour portable battery pack. And to put that in perspective, a typical V-mount camera battery has about 90 watt hours, which is around 300 milliamp hours. So 300 milliamp hours to 27 million. I mean, this thing is powerful enough to power Jeff Bezos' new $450 million yacht right through that historical bridge standing in its way, or, you know, help power extra lights for the last season of Game of Thrones so you could actually see what was happening. This battery is just big. And just add some wheels to it, put an ambulance on top, and you could help Michael Bay save millions in production power costs for his upcoming film, Ambulance. But you're not here for the battery news, are you? You just want to hear about Canon's new potential RED style camera? Fine, you guys are no fun. We start this week with huge speculation on what could be coming soon from Canon. Earlier this week, the new camera website spotted a patent application from Canon for the successor to the Canon ME200 SSH multi-purpose camera. But this camera is nearly identical to the RED KOMODO. I mean, the buttons, design profile, structure, slots, battery location, screen, and more are in the same spot. So, are we getting a new cinema camera from Canon? According to the application, this new camera will have an RF mount, a display unit with redesigned controls, and more. And it's important to point out here that we have not seen the application ourselves, so this is also a bit of speculation. But it's fun to consider what a new cinema camera from Canon could mean for the market. And this comes as a bit of a surprise, as it comes right after the financial reports for 2021 were released by Canon, and there were no mentions of a cinema camera. The report shows that interchangeable lens digital camera sales remain the same from 2020 despite a shortage in semiconductor chips. Canon also saw strong sales in EOS R5 and EOS R6 full-frame mirrorless cameras. Overall, the demand remained solid, and the growing demand for mirrorless technology is going to lead the company in this new year. In the statement, Canon says, Canon will strengthen the competitiveness of the product lineup, mainly in the EOS R system cameras and interchangeable lenses, while reinforcing sales promotion efforts amid a shift to mirrorless cameras. So this begs the question, what is Canon really up to in 2022? Will there be a surprise cinema camera, or are they really focusing on the EOS offering of mirrorless cameras? Comment and let us know what you expect to see from Canon. Up next is a story that should come as no shock to anyone who has tried to buy pretty much anything recently. Camera manufacturers have been hit hard with global chips and part shortage that is affecting their production capabilities. But Sony may be taking the biggest hit of any company. A new report from CNET Japan shows the company's market share in Japan took a massive hit recently due to its inability to produce enough equipment to keep stores stocked. Sony even apparently had to stop production on the ZV-E10, one of its most popular cameras, because of the moderate price point. Before the halt in production, Sony had the top share in the market, and now these numbers are just specific to Japan, but could provide a decent outlook at how the part shortage is affecting the camera manufacturers across the board. And that's something that we'll keep an eye on and let you know if there's any more developments on shortages when it comes to camera manufacture, because it seems like it might be an issue for a little bit. And now we're heading down into the depths. The Monterey Bay Aquarium and Research Institute released stunning 4K footage from nearly 4,000 feet below the surface. The video was captured on a camera created in collaboration with Deep Sea Power and Light. The MxD SeaCam underwater 4K camera includes a special custom glass camera dome that's built to withstand the pressures of the deep sea without compromising on the 4K quality, with minimal distortion. The camera is mounted to the aquarium's ROV dock rickets and can dive up to 4,000 meters below the surface. This is one of the first pieces of footage that MBARI has captured in 4K. The institution has recorded in 1080i for the last 2 decades, and the difference is definitely evident. When asked about how these videos help the research process, Video Lab manager Nancy Jacobson said this: "As we accumulate these highly valuable details, the bigger picture starts to come into clearer view and enriches our understanding about the different communities of deep sea animals, the environments that they inhabit, and how things might change over time." The 4K footage also gives researchers the chance to see the fine details of how the animals at that depth are put together and how their parts work, both individually and together. Stout also pointed out just how stunning the imagery is and how the department enjoy sharing the visuals with the general public. And I completely agree. And maybe Disney takes a look at this too, and with their string of animated to live action movies, maybe they take a look at Finding Nemo and use this camera. That did not sound good. I'm just gonna cut that one out. If you're interested in seeing more of the footage from the MxD SeaCam, the videos will be featured in the upcoming exhibition at the aquarium starting April 9th. And our final story takes us out to last weekend's Sundance Festival, where Blackmagic played a starring role. No surprise there. More than 40 projects from the popular festival were created with Blackmagic cameras, gear, or DaVinci Resolve software. Blackmagic sent their congratulations last week to all the filmmakers who were chosen to be part of the Sundance. Everything was used from Ursa Mini Pro's 4.6K to the Ursa G2 and even the Pocket Cinema Camera 6K. We're starting to see more and more films and professional video projects using cameras from the Blackmagic lineup. And just 2 weeks ago, we were talking about the Kingsman using the Micro Cinema camera. It's exciting to see filmmakers using what is considered budget-friendly or affordable gear for high-quality pieces of cinema and content. TikTok Boom was one of the films featured at Sundance that used these products. The director of photography for the documentary was asked why their crew went with the Ursa Mini Pro for these interviews and quick-moving shots. And he says, "We saw a lot of variety with minimal crew, so we needed a versatile camera for our fast pace. The Ursa Mini Pro was perfect as it goes from sticks to handheld instantly, and it delivers an incredible image and is so easy to use." In addition to the Blackmagic gear, an even larger number of films and projects were edited in some way using DaVinci Resolve and DaVinci Resolve Studio. And the greatest asset with the software really came in handy for editors when the festival changed from an in-person to streaming at the last minute. The teams were able to use the custom color pipeline in DaVinci Resolve Studio to seamlessly and accurately change the target delivery from P3 theatrical to Rec 709 for streaming. As always, we've linked below the stories that we talked about in this video below. Take a look at them if you want more information. And, speaking of DaVinci Resolve and color grading, I just sat down with a colorist friend the other day talking about TikTok and color grading. So you guys should definitely watch this video here. It's funny, it's informative. And if you're into color grading or you're a colorist yourself, watch this video, it's great.